Hey, this is Rob, and welcome back to Classic Microcomputers. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of these guys. This is our TRS-80 Model II computer, and it's been a long time coming that we need to get back to it. But first, let's do this.
If you follow the channel, you might remember that back in 2024, we took a trip to Hamvention to pick up this wonderful TRS-80 Model II and assorted software. If you haven't, go back and check that video out. It was a lot of fun, and you'll see where this beauty came from. All right, so if you follow the channel, you've seen my earlier video where we actually went to Hamfest to get this particular TRS-80 Model II. Now, I have not, it has been sitting on the shelf waiting for the area to get a little better. So I've just plugged it in, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and give her a power up and see what it does. So a little bit noisy. It looks clean though. Doesn't look like we have a very good picture though. There might be something there. It's got kind of a weird storagey smell to it. Oh look, it might actually be saying something. All right, so let's go ahead and power it off and open it up. But first, we should put our official lab coat on. Now we're ready. Let's hit it. Now on this particular system here, we actually get to break the seal tape. Here's your typical TRS-80 Model II setup. 4 boards. It's got the CPU, video card, memory board, and CPU board. So I say video memory. I should have said floppy, not CPU. And then CPU card right here. First thing we do, actually the system is looking pretty clean itself on the inside. So I think what we'll do is we'll just try reseating the cards to start with. Looks like they are half hanging out anyways. Alright, so in this part of the project here, I'm going to save you a lot of the suffering of me going through and swapping boards out. So what we ended up doing is, first I noticed that we got this bad video stuff going on. And you know, the bad video, there's several adjustments on the video board itself, and I'm talking for the monitor display, not the actual graphic video card. So what I start doing is I start taking a look at the adjustments on the board itself and seeing if there's anything we can do. If you notice, I high sped this up to save you some time. I'm trying to adjust different things and see if I can get it to come up a little better, reseating the cards. What's interesting is the cards themselves are held in with a single bar across the top, and they actually plug into an edge connector located in the bottom of the system. I haven't really determined if there is a order to the cards, or the bus just seems to be all mapped to, you know, as one big bus, so you could swap the cards into any order you wanted. And the chassis has more slots in it, so if you wanted to, you could actually add more cards, and I think that's what they had in mind. Like in this case, you could add maybe a hard drive controller or additional memory, but didn't really support the additional memory without some sort of mechanism to support it. But it did have an additional terminal card you could add that added like 3 or 4 different serial terminals that you could add on the system. So if you were running Xenex, you could run multiple terminals off the same system. So in this case, I'm just going ahead right now and reseating cards and trying different things to see if we can get some sort of different picture up. Like I said, I've sped this up here a little bit to save you some of the trouble of what's going on. Hey, alright. So one of the things I like to do, if you can do it, is grab a known working system and use boards from that, or you can test your boards in it. So here we go. Let's go ahead, and I brought out one of my systems that I know works and doesn't have the funked up screen. So we could go ahead and test the boards that came out of that system. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save you a little torture here of me testing out these boards, but one of the things we discovered right off the bat was a bad memory board. And, well, that ain't going to work for us. So, but it's nice when you can do this dual system thing. And yes, we will go back and take a look and work on repairing the board set, but let's start with, let's see if you got the luxury to do this. This is definitely something you should consider doing, is a board swap, because it helps you identify other problems with the system. So, and if you have a bad board, you can also identify that too. All right, so here we go. We found our bed memory board, and as we progress through our boards, including the CPU, the disk drive controller board, and the graphics board, it turns out that the rest of our boards are okie dokie. So that's always a positive, eh? But if you remember at the start of this video, we had numerous issues. So because we started out in the bad system and we were trying to sort that out. And so what we did was we moved to a good system so we could test the board set one board at a time. And we even tried the bad memory card twice. So, you know, just to make sure we were on the right track with what we were doing. But as we move through them all, we only find that it's a bad memory card. And we also tried, well, I also tried reseating the chips to see if that solved it, and it didn't. All right, so here we are with the system. Now I got a good set of boards in here, and it's time to take a look at when we first booted this system, what was going on. So let's take a look right now. And in true Model 2 fashion, yes, they are a little noisy. So here on the display, we see we got a distorted display with something showing up there in the middle, which is probably the drive not ready or whatever the initial message was, or an insert diskette. Now, what I'm going to do is, let me cut and show you what I discovered, though. So, on inspection of this monitor board, the video display board, you can look here, and I'm pointing to a couple of caps. Look at the top where it's exploded off the top. So I think that might have something to do with our video not being stable problem. All right, so now that we know we got some bad caps on the monitor board, we'll go ahead and do a repair, but we'll save that for the upcoming video. So I hope you enjoyed where we're at, and make sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.